Today, I'm going to be breaking down one of the most important strategies that is going to optimize your opportunities when it comes to your online fitness coaching business. And it is the inbound DM outreach strategy. If you guys don't know what inbound is, for one, I'm about to change your life and maximize the amount of opportunities you have within your DMs. And this ultimately is something that can take your business to another level, creating and sourcing in opportunities out of thin air, turning engagement into opportunity. That's what inbound DM outreach actually does. So you guys are probably wondering, well, what is inbound outreach? Inbound DM outreach is a personalized outreach targeting leads who have already shown interest through likes, comments, follows, or other opt-ins. Any form of engagement to your page makes them an inbound lead. Now, anything that is outbound, which is cold, I would say, cold outreach consists of people that haven't interacted with your account, people that don't know who you are. Right? You're probably wondering, well, who are we actually inbound outreaching to? I'm going to make this as simple as possible. We have new followers, recent likes, recent comments, story reposts, story interactions, and we have the trial reel glitch, which I'll explain later down the line. First things first, we want to be hitting up each and every single new follower, especially if you guys are not working with a lot of followers. Right? You need to make these people feel special. The fact that you have a low following, you guys need to take it and not look at it as a disadvantage, but look at it as an advantage. You can be reaching out to every individual that shows love to your page and building and formulating connection and trust with each individual. That is what separates you from every other coach in the scene that has a bigger following than you. So take the time and reach out to all your new followers. Hit them up. Hey, my brother, appreciate the love. See, you just followed. What made you follow? Bang, opportunity created. You can now have a conversation with this person and start formulating a connection, building trust and rapport, right? That can lead to a sale later down the line. When it comes to inbound outreach, I don't even want you guys thinking about the sale. I want you guys thinking about building connection, because people buy from people they like. So you need to formulate that connection, that trust before they're ever going to buy whatever you offer. Right. So the fact that they already interacted your page and they shot you the follow, use that as a factor to step up and take an initiative and start the conversation with that individual. Hey, brother, seeing that you followed, appreciate the love. Just out of curiosity, what made you follow? Now you can get a better idea of what you need to post, because he's going to tell you why he followed. Then we have recent likes. I say recent likes because I don't want you guys replying to or shooting inbound outreach messages to likes that were from 2 weeks ago. That's very out of place, out of pocket. Stay up to date with your recent posts and make sure you're hitting up people that look like potential prospects within your likes. Right? Scroll through your likes, see what's up in there, see if you find anyone that fits the description of your ICP or is anything close to it. Shoot them a message, Matthew, seeing that you liked the post on us, what about that video stood out to you? What made you like it? Bang. Sounds like I'm just starting a conversation. Sounds like I'm just trying to get insight for my next videos, right? Focus on building connection and trust with the people that interact with your page, bro. Start there and the sale will come later down the line. Like I said, once you built that rapport, right? The next thing we're going to be looking at is, right, recent comments. Anyone who comments on your recent posts, you need to go and reach out to them personally. Let's say I posted a transformation reel. Matthew goes ahead and comments, yo, fire transformation, brother. Reach out to Matthew and I'm like, yo, Matthew, appreciate the love of my transformation post, bro. What's the word with you, though? Have you been locked in or what? You've been playing around. Literally make it as casual as you want. The further from fitness, the better, right? The more casual, the more authentic it feels, the better. The last thing we want to do is come off salesy. You need to approach your inbound outreach in an indirect way. Do not be direct. Say, look, are you looking for coaching? How's your fitness journey? No, work your way around that and be super indirect and just focus on building a rapport, like I said. Right? If someone actually goes through the trouble of putting your posts on their story, that shows you that they really resonated with what you said. And it gives the perfect opportunity for you to hit them up in the DMs about what you talked about in that post, because it was relatable enough for them to want to share it to their own following. So level with them when it comes to whatever you said in that post. Like I said, even if it's not to do with fitness, even whatever you talked about within that post, I want you to send them a DM that has to do with the messaging of that post, because obviously they resonated with it enough to share it with their following. Now, story interactions, people who are consistently liking your stories. These people are keeping up to date with your vlogs, because if you're a fitness coach, you should be posting on your story on a day-to-day basis. Right? After a week of liking your stories, depending on whatever story it is, I want you guys to reach out to them. Hey, what about this story really hit? If they have been liking your stories for a week straight, they rock with you. Right? Whatever you're doing, you need to continue doing it, for one, because people are leveling with you and formulating trust and connection with you. And for two, you need to reach out to them based on the story that they liked, right? Do not try and make up a topic. Do not try and make up an approach sentence. Take whatever messaging that you had within that story that they liked and use it to slide in their DMs. And now the trial reel glitch. I'm going to actually go ahead and show you. I'm going to go ahead and actually show you guys how to post trial reels. Essentially what Instagram was doing with trial reels is giving you an opportunity to share content without it hitting your followers. And in our case, it's going to create a whole lot of opportunity. You have guys that absolutely rinse trial reels. You can post as many as you want. People post 10 a day. And what it is quite literally an inbound reach. It's an inbound outreach magnet. Since all these posts are only hitting non-followers, right? These are all new people that become new opportunities, new inbound leads. With that being said, you can rinse your trial reels, post 10, and then reach out to everybody that's interacting, anyone that's liking, that follows you off of it. Right? You can reach out to anyone that's liking, commenting. And like I said, these are all non-followers. So this is sparking new opportunity for you to actually get active. And you could post on trial reels as many times as you want and repost as many times as you want. You can post the same video 3 times in the same day with a different hook just to try out that hook. With that being said, you're going to be hitting a lot of non-followers, creating more opportunity for you to reach out to people and spark opportunities. That is why I call it the trial reel glitch. Let me show you how to actually post a trial reel now. So let's say I'm going to post this video of me in the gym. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to slap next. Now in this section, let me go ahead and focus my camera. Now in this section, I want you to scroll down. After we scroll down, we're going to see trial. If you do not see it, you are not in creative mode. Only creators get access to trial reels, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slap this trial reel on, and it says try trial reels. All right, so when it comes to trial reels, I'm going to read the description real quick. Try out content with a new audience using trial reels. Use a trial reel to see how content performs with non-followers. If it resonates, you can share it to everyone in one tab. And this is something I never even told you. If your trial reel actually performs really well to non-followers, right, in a click of one button, you can post it to your feed and it'll get pushed to all of your followers. Right? You'll see key insights within 24 hours after sharing so you can understand how your trial reel is performing. Trial reels do not appear on your profile. Some followers may still see your trial reels, like when someone shares it with them. All right? But that is the basis of trial reels. If you guys haven't used trial reels, I want you to go ahead and take advantage of it. Not only can it spark opportunity for your business, but it can allow you to grow your personal brand at a higher level, because now instead of getting one post out, I might post one time and then drop 5 trial reels today from old videos I have from the past that perform well for me. And if they perform well on trial reels, I'll just take them and I'll post them to my feed. Right? But even if I don't do that, at least I'm targeting non-followers. I'm sourcing in new followers, quite literally. I want you guys to take in that trial reels are literally a glitch. Literally a glitch. If you're not using trial reels, you need to start using it. Otherwise, you're missing out. Why inbound over cold outreach? If you made it this far, you should already know the answer to it. But we have higher engagement rates. Inbound outreach targets leads who have already shown interest, making them warmer prospects and are way more likely to convert than cold leads. If they interact with your page, it's like you already have your foot in the door. You have some sort of messaging that resonated with them already, and all you have to do is take that and use it as a hook in the DMs. They already resonated with your messaging in your post. Now you have something that you can utilize within the DMs to resonate with them even more on a deeper level. In inbound outreach, the door is present to you. All you have to do is step up and take initiative and knock. Based off of which video they've liked, it allows you to be more personalized and understand their pain points. If they liked a video on lust, that is a great pain point that you can use to resonate with them even more and provide them with targeted value that's actually going to help them in their situation, positioning you as an authority figure. All right, last thing, improved relationship building and trust. Inbound outreach, there is more trust since they've already consumed your content. This sparks meaningful conversations that increase conversion probability. You are way more likely to get a response from someone that has taken initiative to like and interact with your profile than reaching out to someone who doesn't know who you are. And then I see so many coaches tell you guys to go and do cold outreach messages, shoot out 100 cold outreach messages to people that don't know who you are. You have no following, no platform, no authority, no trust, no connection, no resonation with this person, and they're telling you to go reach out to them. Right? By all means, the first people you should be reaching out to are the lowest hanging fruits. Who are the closest people to getting on calls? That is the thing that you always need to be thinking of. Even when you carry out your DM process every single day and you're reaching out to all of the potential prospects that you have, you should always be messaging the people closest to calls booked. Who is the closest to actually becoming a client of mine? Right? The first person you need to reach out to each and every single day when it comes to DMs is the people that are already booked. People that booked a call, you need to keep them warm. And the analogy I use, when you ask a girl out on a date, you don't just ghost her like Batman and show up on her porch at 8 p.m. ready to take her out. No, you keep her warm. You talk to her leading up to that date, right? When it comes to your sales call, just because they booked a call doesn't mean you ghost them. You keep conversation going, build trust, build connection leading up to that call. That is your lowest hanging fruit. Those are the closest people to actually being one of your clients. After that, it's the people that are closest to calls booked. After we talk to those people, then we can actually go out and source in more opportunities. Make sure that you are prioritizing the lowest hanging fruit always, each and every single day you hop in the DMs. Before you shoot out a whole bunch of inbound outreach messages, make sure you're shooting messages to people that are booked on your calendar. Make sure that you're shooting messages to people that are almost booked on your calendar, and then go ahead and feel free to inbound outreach to. I tell everyone, hit a minimum of 30 people to inbound outreach to. Right now, if you don't have people to inbound outreach to, what that tells you is you need to post more content. Not only that, but you need to post better content so people actually engage with the posts. Right now, I'm going to put you guys on the faith message framework. So we have familiarity, acknowledge, insight, trust building, hook a response. Start with a pain connection. Mention what prompted you to actually reach out. So I'm going to say, hey, Matthew, I noticed that you liked my post about losing weight. Just out of curiosity, what was it about that video that made you drop that like, my brother? Right? Make it sound genuine. Make it sound like you're actually trying to get insight so that you can continue to drop bangers that he rocks with, that Matthew rocks with. The next thing you want to do is acknowledge, recognize their interest or action. Show you're paying attention. Matthew, it sounds like you're trying to get your diet right. What is it that's making you want to lock in on your diet? Is it that summer's coming up and you're trying to look good on the beach? What's the word? Right? Just make it sound super casual. Right? If no one has told you, voice notes are by far one of the most powerful tools you have access to as a creator, as a coach online. Right? Just like when you send a message to a girl and they take it the wrong way because they can't hear your tonality over text, these potential prospects, they can't hear your tonality, right? But guess when they can? When you send a voice note. Expedites the trust in the relationship building process within the DMs by far. They can hear that you're actually caring. They can hear that you're genuine. They can hear that you're there to help. Right. So when I say, yo, Matthew, it sounds like you're trying to get your diet right. Is there a reason why you want to get that right so bad, my brother? Right? You trying to get right for the summer? Now offer them some insight. Offer them something useful, an idea, a tip, or resource that moves the conversation forward. A lot of guys struggle with the same thing. I'm going to shoot you over a short breakdown on what's actually working for them, and you shoot them over your YouTube video. If you're not posting YouTube, you should be posting YouTube videos because they're the best freebie possible, because they're now going to go watch this YouTube video that's, for one, helping them with their problem. And those of you boys inside of Zenith, you guys hear me say this all the time. People say that we're in a trust recession, but we are not in a trust recession. Trust is consolidating to the people that actually deserve it. If you're not posting on YouTube, getting yourself out there, showing people the value, giving it to them for free, they're not going to build trust or connection with you if you're not putting yourself out there. Relationship. YouTube by far expedites the trust and the relationship building process by far. And I want you to think about yourself, for example. It takes you 2 YouTube videos for you to formulate a connection with someone and want to binge all of their content. When it comes to the Instagram context, it takes a lot of reels to actually build a connection or formulate any sort of trust with someone, right? Which is why you need to be utilizing YouTube. So we're going to send them over these freebies that has targeted advice that actually helps them with their situation. After this, the trust building. So I want you guys to be helpful and not be salesy. Don't focus on selling because you are not going to sell. Straight up, if you come in and approach inbound outreach with the intentions of just selling, you are not going to sell anything. If you come into inbound outreach wanting to build connection, wanting to formulate relationship, wanting to help people, I promise you're going to end up with more clients than you ever would trying to sell people, right? Focus on building trust and connection. because connection correlates with conversion, a response, and with a light ask to encourage engagement. All right, let's jump on a call tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, and I'll see what I can do to help you out. Right after you dug so much, after you figure out what their problem is, offer them a consultation call for free. Don't say it's going to cost anything. I literally want you guys to say this word for word. After you figure out what their pain point is, yo, Matthew, it sounds like you really got to get your diet in line. Let's jump on a call tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST so I can see what I can do to help you out. Sound cool, brother? Bang. The reason we give them a time and date tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST is because we need to be the ones taking initiative at first, right? The reason these people don't have the physique that they want to have is because they haven't taken an initiative, right? So what makes you think they're going to go into your Calendly, find the perfect time, and actually delegate, okay, I'm going to dedicate an hour at 6 p.m. EST to hop on this call with Nigel? No, bro, just tell them what it is. Are you available tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST? There's a lot less to think about. There's a lot less hurdles to actually overcome to get on that call, right? And if they say, yeah, I'm good for 5, okay, cool, send over your email. Bang. Take their email, put it in your calendar. I just shot you over an invitation. Did you get that? Bang. And just like that, you got a call booked from an inbound outreach. Y'all boys, use the faith framework. The biggest thing to take into account is just you don't want to come off salesy. That's the last thing you want to do. You're going to miss out on so many clients, so much opportunity, so much money if you focus on selling. That is the last thing you need to be focused on. Just focus on getting into the DMs and literally connecting with the people that rock with you, connecting with the people that like your content, connecting with the people that follow you. Straight up, that's exactly what it is. And because you formulated a connection, it's going to lead to conversion. You need to constantly analyze what is going on in your DMs. We need to figure out what's working and what's not working. We need to continue doing what's working and get rid of what's not working. So continuously optimize opening outreach messages and CTA to improve effectiveness and maximize conversion. Figure out when the drop-offs happen. Is it when you say, hey, how's your fitness journey going? Where it's so predictable that they just stop messaging you and time after time you're getting left on red. That is a great indicator that we need to switch up the wording on that approach and say something other than, hey, how's your fitness journey going? The biggest thing is when you're in the DMs, don't mindlessly just be shooting off messages, focusing on volume, because volume does not equivalate to conversion. What does is connection. So if we're shooting out volume and we're not focused on connection, guess what? We're not going to see any conversion. If you focus on volume and you're still focused on connection, you're probably going to see a good amount of conversion, right? So we want to see where these conversations are going left, where they're getting dropped off at, and we need to make adjustments constantly based on what is working and getting rid of what's not working. Do's and don'ts, best practices for effective outreach, personalized initial message, make it unique. Make it something that isn't direct and isn't see-through. We want to send them something that's authentic and genuine. Lead with curiosity. Talk to them as if they are your friend. If we want to formulate connection with this person, we need to treat them as if we're the friend, right? Because if we treat them like strangers, guess what? They're always going to be strangers. I want you to think about your friends. Did you become friends with your friends by treating them like strangers? Or did you treat them like friends? Did you let down your walls, right? Common mistakes to avoid sending booking links too early. I see guys try to force sales, trying to just shoot volumes and volumes and volumes of booking links, expecting someone's going to book. No one's going to book if there's no connection or rapport formulated, right? Using generic pitches like, how's your fitness journey going? And assuming interest without understanding the prospect's needs. The biggest thing is that you're focused on building connection and trust with the person on the other side of the screen and hearing their story. Dig deep, figure out why they're in this position that they're in and show them how to get out of it. Say that you have a solution. Let's jump on a call tomorrow at 5 p.m. Let me see what I can do to help you out. Right? Make sure messages are relevant and focus on genuine connections over pushing for a sales goals. Just like I said throughout this whole thing. If you guys take everything that I've given you today and you still decide to go on your DMs and force calls and try and shooting your booking link to volumes of people, I promise you are not going to see a change in your business. But if you start formulating opportunities, reaching out to everyone that is engaging with your profile, I promise you are going to see an exponential growth within your business and within the opportunity that you are presented with, right? You should never not be in your DMs. When you start doing inbound outreach every single day, you will always have a conversation, always have opportunities awaiting you in the DMs. It is so important. So, like I said, this is one of the most important videos to be watching. And if you're watching this and you haven't been doing inbound outreach, this is something that you don't need to start tomorrow, but it's something that you need to start today. All right? I hope you guys take what you got from this video and start crushing it. This is going to open up so many windows and so much opportunity for you guys. And it makes me excited to share this with you guys. So God bless and take care.